Good morning. First of all, I have to thank the invitation and being here with you with all the expertise are here, experts and all what's belonging to the real estate and construction market. Let's at the beginning give you a quick brief about Ministry of Housing and what's in our responsibilities. Ministry of Housing is responsible for four sectors. The first one, housing. We're responsible for building social and middle and high-rise buildings. The second one is the new communities, new cities. We are responsible for all the new cities all over Egypt. The third sector is the infrastructure, water and wastewater. We are responsible for this in Egypt. And the last one is the slums, upgrading the slums. If I give you a quick brief about the four sectors to know how big is our market. If I'm talking about housing, we have a very ambitious program started in 2014, building 1 million units for social housing. And now we already built 800,000 and we delivered already to the citizens 500,000, another 200,000 under construction. Those was for social housing. We have another program, we started another program a year ago, His Excellency the President announced, a program called Houses for Everyone, for all Egyptians. And he gave us the instruction that anyone in need of a house, we have to supply. We start this program, it's another 1 million. We are talking not only for social housing, also for middle income. And I think lots of you know about our social housing and our middle income housing projects like Sakan Masru, Dar Masru, Independent. And I think we are doing fine. And the last thing in the housing, that we start the high-rise buildings in Egypt. And this is the first time we have this kind of skyscrapers here in Egypt. We have some of them in New Capital and others in Alamein. And I think lots of developers now start doing the city. When we go to the new cities, we have an authority called New Urban Communities, which is responsible for all the new cities all over Egypt. Now we have 43 new cities all over Egypt, and there is 2 or 3 coming in the coming 2-3 years. Until 2014, we had 27 new cities. Since that time, His Excellency the President declared 14 new cities, which what we call a new generation of our new cities, which is the smart cities. We have an old experience in the new cities. We started our experience in 1979, more than almost 45 years now, the first generation of the new cities. And now we have the fourth generation, which is the smart cities like the new capital, like the new Alamein, new Mansoura, all these new cities declared by the Excellency the President, all are smart, sustainable cities. And the third sector is the infrastructure, water and wastewater. For the water, we are producing today 34 million cubic meters per day. We are covering almost 98% from the cities all over Egypt. And we are very ambitious for the desalination. We are producing now 1.3 million cubic meters from the desalination water. As you know, we have almost 2,000 kilometers seafront. We have to get use of those. So now we have ambitious, we're going to double what we have now, 1.3 to be almost 2.8 million in the coming 5 years. And in the coming 10 years, we will up to between 4 to 5 million cubic meters from desalination. Concerning the wastewater, which was a big challenge, because in 2014, we only covered 8% from the cities and 12% from the villages. And this was a very big challenge to the race. Now, we almost cover 95% from the cities, and from the villages we go up from 12%, now we are talking about 44%. And as you know, there is a joint program almost 6 months ago, which is Haya Karima, quality of life for Egyptian. We should, in the coming 3 years, we will cover full Egypt by. Concerning the last sector is the slums. As you know, we have lots of areas in Egypt, all over Egypt for the slums. The slums is we categorized in 3-4 categories. The most dangerous one we call unsafe areas. We built 220,000 units in the last 3 years all over Egypt, and we can declare by end of this year that Egypt, there is no unsafe areas or root areas all over Egypt will be all demolished, and all the inhabitants or the citizens will be moved to the new areas. Lots of projects now you heard about it, like Bashar al-Khair, like Sid al-Abbas in 6 October, lots of places now, and I think by end of this year, all the unsafe areas will be demolished. And in unsafe areas, we mean by the areas under high voltage cable, beside trains. In some areas, the soil is not stable. This is what we call by unsafe areas. These are our responsibilities. We are playing a significant role in Egypt Vision 2030. We had a strategic urban development plan for 2052. Now we are living almost between 7 to 8%. Our program was to double this area, urbanized area, to be 14% in 2052. But by those new I'm sorry. By those new cities declared by His Excellency the President, now we are working on 14%. We are all those areas. I think before 2030, this 14% will all be urbanized and working on them and we plan. As you know all, for the last 2 years, we all faced the pandemic, the COVID-19. And I hope everybody will be safe from it. And all the economy all over the world was affected by somehow. Alhamdulillah, in Egypt, we passed this. We are the only country in the MENA region that had a positive GDP. We are talking about 2020, 3.3%. 2021, 3.6, and inshallah this year our plan to be between 5.6 to 6%. As I said, we are the only country in the MENA region that have a positive GDP in the last 2 years, and I think we are the three to five countries over the world have a positive GDP in the last 2 years. What I don't want to talk a lot, but I need to give you some numbers because to see how our market is stronger, our market lots of demand. We are now 104 million inhabitants. We are increasing by 2.5% per year, which is almost 2.5 million new every year, which is a very huge number. In our strategic plan, in the best scenarios in 2052, we're going to be 160 million. In the best scenarios, we're going to be between 180 and 185 million. And this is a big challenge for the government and a big opportunity to the private sector. For the government, because we have to face this increase, and as I said, we need to double the urbanized area. So I think this is a big challenge for us as a government, and I think we are doing fine in the last 4 or 5 years. That's why we are, I think, we are the biggest construction area in the Middle East. all the numbers supporting that, all the numbers of even for the cranes. If you see the number of the cranes now imported and working in Egypt now, it's the biggest number in the Middle East and the Gulf area. And we will continue doing that because, as I said, we have a big challenge against the increase in the population. I'll try to give you a quick overview over what are happening in Egypt, and I think it's for all the private sector here. I think it's the best time to start having business or to come to Egypt to invest and to share the effort we have done by the government. The government done lots of economic reform in the last 2-3 years, which help to open, and also we have a stable, what we can call safety and stable. I'm sorry. Politically stable, I'm sorry. And I think this is a very good influence for anyone who wants to start his business. Once again, I hope by the end of this conference, we had a positive impact from all your ideas. We're waiting to get all the outcome of this conference to see how we can support or give new ideas for us, new technologies to start using in Egypt. Once again, I want to thank the organizers for my invitation, and thank you and have a nice 2 days. Thank you.